Hi, I'm Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So today's video is going to be my creative journal, if you recall from my past posts. And you can probably kind of tell what it's going to be. It's going to be a page, and the page is going to be for my, eventually it'll transfer out of my creative journal into our pet memory pages. We did on Monday lose our black mini panther, we called him. His name was Cookie Toe, and there's a whole story. There was him and his brother, and we lost Sweetie Pie some years back, but I wanted to, kind of get a page done for him before it gets too far out. Sometimes I will, in your grief of losing a pet, I'll kind of put things to the side for a little bit and I don't get it done right away. And then other things come in and you just get so busy, you put this behind and then it doesn't get done. So I do have pages in here I'll be catching up on. That is part of my goals. And if you hadn't noticed in my cute little nail design, I have some paw prints on my nails. Again, just me honoring my little fur ball, Cookie Toe. So there'll be parts of the video I may speed up, or I will just kind of put it out to music as I get working on it. The page is actually going to be a blacked out page. So I have a plan, and as always, I didn't put it all together. I kind of have an idea, and then we'll see how it kind of turns out. So I'm just going to kind of get started. Again, there'll be parts that I speak, and then there'll be other parts that I may put in some music. You may hear in the background they're doing a driveway in the neighborhood, and so they're, the trucks and their alarms and things like that. So I do have, of course, scissors. I have a corner hole punch. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I also have a regular hole punch, or not a hole punch, but a corner punch, same as this. This is a decorative corner punch, if you can see the design on there. And then this is both a 1.5 inch round corner punch. And so I have my variety of pictures. This is our Cookie Toe. Hopefully it's not glaring too much. He, my gosh, he was probably like 19 years old. So our kitties live a very long time. We even had a cat who was 20. So there's him. His name is Cookie Toe. Now his original name, if I remember correctly, was Midnight, but we didn't like that. So let me kind of back you up to a little story about him and his brother. So there was him. He's the black cat. Oops. And then we have Sweetie Pie, who was a like blue or Russian blue, maybe is what they call him. He ended up getting cancer, but his name I think was Smokey, and his name was, I believe, Midnight. We didn't like either one of them. We changed him to Cookie Toe because he had one back toe that had white on it, but for the most part he was almost all black. So I don't know, reminded me of an Oreo cookie, so he got Cookie Toe. And then his brother was just the sweetest cat, just so sweet. And for some reason, it just kind of came to be. I just started calling him Sweetie Pie. So he became Sweetie Pie. They were my food cats. And then I have a picture of me doing my little selfies with him. He was clearly unimpressed with it all. This is another great photo of him in his carrier. He'd gone to visit the vet. Him again. I'm just going to quickly show you the pictures and then I'll, start working on the page. And then I don't know if you can spot him. His nickname was Trouble. If you can tell, he's right in the middle of the Christmas tree. He climbed up the middle of the Christmas tree and decided he was going to play in the tree. So that picture was a great picture because that really defined, descriptively his personality. He was just a troublemaker. And then this is just him and his brother again. And then this was a photo I was able to snap of him and his brother shortly before his brother passed. I think he knew his brother was sick and they just kind of would snuggle together. So that was really nice of them. So I'm going to put these pictures over here for the moment. So this is going to be a June spread because he did just pass on Monday. So I pulled out my, one of the notebooks I have has this blank, blacked out paper in it, and there's no dots or anything on it. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out because these are the ones I'm going to work on. And then I'm going to kind of just tuck this off to the side. Okay, so my plan, let's see if I can, and I may get most of it done, maybe not all of it, because I think the bigger parts of it, so it's going to kind of be a book. So there'll be a cover page, there'll be inside, and then there'll be a back page. So this photo, the biggest one, is really the photo that I was intending on going on the front. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't really have a plan on how I wanted to lay out the front, so I may not do that in this video. But as I always do, I will come back and, you know, show my finished work at the end of the video, or I will show it in the next video after I have finished it. But this page may not be at the end of the video, only because I'm just, again, not quite sure how I'm going to do this one. So that was going to be the cover photo. So then the intent is I will open this up and I'll have 2 full pages. And I'm going to take, so let me separate out my pictures. So the pictures of him and his brother are going to go on to the back of this book. And so those 3 are going to go on the back. So I'm going to also tuck these off to the side. And then these photos are going to be distributed in this inner page. But before I do that, I am planning on putting some scrapbook paper down the edge. So it kind of highlights the edge a bit. So my 2 papers of choice were these 2. I have this one which has kind of like almost chalkboard hearts on it, chalk hearts. It's plain on the other side. This one is a paw print, and it is a Happy Planner, me and my big ideas, Happy Planner paw print paper. And I was kind of undecided because, you know, I used the paw print a lot for our dogs page. So I wasn't quite sure which one I wanted to use, but I think this just seems more dog. I think I'm going to go with the hearts. So for anyone who knows me, obviously, family and such, you know, we're animal lovers, and we have had a number of pets over the years, and there were like 9 cats all along the years. And he is the last of the original, I call it the original 9 cats. And he had seen some of the others, you know, leave the home as they transferred to Rainbow Bridge. And so he was the last one. So he has always been like this really super lovey cat. So he just always had my heart. So if anyone who knows me knows that he is my soul cat. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to cut it down just yet, but I am going to measure. So my photos, I know on the left side, I'm going to do, let's see, I got to make sure I have my picture. Okay, so these 2 are going to go on the right side. So let me just go ahead and take that and tuck it off to the side, because I need to make sure that I leave enough room along the edge, inner edge, I should say, for the photos. So if I put the photos here, give or take, because I also want to leave room for just a little bit of journaling. I haven't used this paper before, and I haven't used the markers on them, so I believe a white gel pen will work. I'm crossing my fingers it will. So I'm going to leave a bit of room for some journaling, but it was over on the side here. So if I put, I guess this picture I would do it under, I'm going to measure now, and it's going to be a rough estimate, I am going to say that it's going to be about here. Okay, knowing that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start going down the edge of this paper and just randomly ripping it up and down. What you're going to find when you rip the paper, I can show you once I get this. Okay, I'll save that because I'm going to use it on the other side as well. Tuck those aside. So if you rip scrapbook paper up, so away from you, you're going to get this white edge. If you rip it down, you're going to get a clean edge. So, you know, it's up to you how you want to have your paper show, whether, or you could just do it all down, all up, or do what I did, which is a mixture. So I just have to decide. I will cut some off, but I just have to decide which end I want. And again, I did print these larger for a purpose. So I may end up moving this slightly to, you know, I can put a box here and do some journaling here. And then I have all this area. I do want to show a bit of the edging. So I may trim away some more parts of this photo. Just another one of his favorite activities, which was if he fits, he sits. He definitely loved laying in boxes, along with another cat we had, but that's a side story. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm either going to do this from here down and I'll cut this off, or I'll bring this up and do this like this. Oops, I could tuck that under too. This one is going to be angled. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to tape this. I'm going to cut the top off. So before I do that, I like to, on my pages when I am putting paper together, I sometimes have a, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, glue stick. It doesn't always seem to work for me. I don't know why. And then I also have this, which is a 3-in-1 glue, instant bond kind of thing. It's a sturdy glue, but because I don't want the glue to come out on the other side, what I plan to do is run the tape. So I'm gonna mark my page with a pencil where I need the tape to end, because this double-sided sticky tape is really helpful for, did that mark? Yes. Is really helpful when you are wanting to get a clean edge. So I'm just going to mark that so that I have an idea of where I should stop putting tape, so that I don't go too far. So I just found that when I'm doing this kind of thing, that having a clean edge that I know is going to stick, it just works out so much better. And then I don't have to worry, you know, is it gooping out onto the other page? And, you know, it just is too much of a hassle for me. And I like when I do the page, if I do it and it's, you know, I get it finished, I want it to look nice. I don't want it to be falling apart, I guess. So what I'll end up doing is I will do the, just along the edges, because it gives me a good seal for my page. I'll be doing the double-sided tape, and then I'll do the glue on the inside rough edge. It just seems to work, as I said, it just seems to work out better. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on. And then what I also may do, just for a little extra assurance, is I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take the inside of the page, just the very inner edge, and I'm going to use my Tombow dots. So just to make sure I don't go too far, just to give the inner edge some support. Sometimes with the glue, you know, again, it leaves a bump or two. What did I do? Okay, I had to go and switch out my tapes because I had used both of them. Hopefully this one will work. I have no other options as this is my last insert. So let's try this again. Okay. And then, you know, the reality is technically I wouldn't have to really put too much glue on these edges, only because the pictures, when I stick those down, those are probably gonna seal that for me well enough. I'm just gonna peel off my tape. Yeah, I don't know why I had these pages from this notebook and I never used them, but then, you know, it just kind of came to be a perfect timing, I guess. Okay, so this paper, now I gotta go make sure I get this lined up correctly. I got dust everywhere. Let's see if I can get this on without messing this page up. That's so cute. So if you can, or if you notice, so let me see if I can show it to you. So this edge is up. Now I could take the glue stick and kind of, you know, tuck it in there and then tack it down, but I don't know that that's necessary given the fact that these photos will be covering parts of it. So I need to bring this other page back over because I was intending to, let's see, put these on the edge. I'm going to put this one here though, because then it kind of shows the edge of that more. So I think before I tack any photos down, I'm going to get the paper, the heart paper on this other side as well. So that's going to go on that side. I'm going to pull this back over. And this one's going to be, ooh, sorry. I think I may have hit the camera or microphone. I'll try and edit that out. This, oh no, this will work out fine. Okay. So I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of, where's my pictures here? I'm going to kind of measure this. So if I'm putting my pictures, let's see, this one's going to go up here and this one down here. Let me take this edge. And again, here comes garbage. Garbage trucks are out. The other trucks for the driveway are here. They're like everywhere. All right, this one kind of came out bigger, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is decide if I want the larger part here, and I put the pictures here, or do I want to, I think this would work out nice because then I can get it in the whole heart area. So I think that would be nice. I could do a box or writing here and then a box here. So I think I'm going to leave it on this end because if I do that, then this one, yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to put this back here and I'm going to mark the page just so I know approximately where to put the paper back or put the glue to, or I should say tape technically. So let's see, let me get that back out. Okay. And then maybe I'll use bits of this paper on the front cover. So again, that's an option. So let me go ahead and get some tape on here. I'm going to do the long edge first. And you know, sometimes when you do memory pages or, you know, things like that, you know, you keep adding and you keep adding. I'm guilty of that, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm trying to keep them simple, meaning this is more like an album of the pets. Whereas, you know, if I do daily memory keeping or journaling, you know, that would have maybe more detail in it. So I'm going to try and keep these simple. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and take, well, before I do that, let me measure. So this is going to go down here. Okay, I'm going to do my dots. Because the tape will grab the edge, so I'm good with that. All right, let me tuck this over here, and then I'll get the paper off the double sticky tape. Okay, that goes that way. Make sure I have it oriented correctly, or else everything will go wrong. Okay, so this is going to just flop right over. And here goes the stressful part again, making sure to get it put down before it sticks. So I folded this paper over so it doesn't hit this tape up here and grab. Okay. And then I'll just trim off the excess. Now, I printed two kinds of photos. I printed both photos from my Canon selfie and then also my Canon Ivy. And if you have either, you already know that the Canon Ivy gives you a sticky background. Okay. So with these photos, they're not. These were from the selfie, so I will have to use tape to stick them down. Okay, so that stays there. That's for the back page. All right, now for these, I think I want to use the, I want to do a decorative punch on this one. I have an idea that I think will work. And these are nice, but I think I just want to round them up a bit. Or, let me think. Yeah, let's round them. So I'm just going to do a quarter. It kind of just gives it a nice, smooth, round edge. Okay. So I have my paper down. I have my photos all trimmed up. And then now it's just a matter of deciding how I want to place them. I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to stick them down. Now because, again, these aren't the zinc photos, I can't pull the back off. I am going to just use some double-sided sticky tape. When it comes to the photos, that you know, they have a certain backing on them, and I just want to make sure they stick well. So I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on each one. Okay, so it goes this way. I was going to put the tape on each of them and then stick them, but I think what I'm going to do to make sure I don't lose the orientation is I'm going to do each picture one by one. Okay, so this one, and because it is double-sided tape, you want to make sure that once you decide where you think you want to put it, that you're for sure, because once it goes down, it doesn't come up again. So I think for this one, I was going to orient it this way. And sometimes once you get it, you just got to commit. Okay, so let me grab this one now. Okay, and just so you see how I do each one, all I do is I go around the edge and then I just put a strip down the middle. It just keeps the middle from, you know, buckling, you know, making sure you get a smooth surface to stick it to. All right, so this one, I was going to totally put outside of the paper. So I just want to make sure I get it on straight. That was my intent with this one. Okay, one page done. Let's go to this picture. Okay, let's take this backing off. I just use an X-Acto knife to pull it off. It's just easier than getting it. Sometimes it's sticky and it kind of dulls my nail polish. So, you know, I put a lot of work into my nails sometimes, so I don't really want to have to play with them getting dull too soon. Okay, so this one was going to fully go here. Again, let me hope I get it straight. Looks straight enough. Yeah, it's straight. Okay, last photo for the inside page. I mean, I suppose I could use my tweezers when I take this backing off, but I just found that the point of the X-Acto knife just grabs it back faster and easier. All right, so this one, let me bring this page back down. So this page here, I think I'm going to put this one here. Okay, so those pictures are all set. So what I also did was I pulled out all of my colorful boxes, books, as well as some new colorful boxes and then some shapes. And then I also pulled out the alphabet books. I don't know how much of them I will use, but they're worth having available because I do, like on some of this, I do want to put a box. So for over here, I might put a box in there. So the boxes will come in handy for that. I was debating if I wanted to use a metal, so like a gold or a silver. In theory, the white gel pens, as well as the, let me grab those, as well as these silver and gold Pilot G2 pens, those should all work on the black paper. I just have to figure out where I put it. I have washi tape that matches that. Okay. I found my, so it's not an exact match, but it's pretty close. So I'm going to use some of the washi. This was samples I think my daughter gave me. So I'm going to use some of this. And what I'm going to use it for is, let me grab this a little bit more up here. Okay. And then I want another little piece for this photo. Okay. All right, this size is better. And I don't want to cover up too much of the photo, so I'm going to have more of it sticking out on the paper. All right. So I have these hearts, and probably because, so see, he had like a goldish green eye. So I think I kind of want to stick with the green if I can. So here's some green. All right. I think I like this shade. This one's even better because it matches the green darker. Let's grab that one. All right, so this one, ooh, almost dropped it. Not where I wanted it. So this one, I think I can get here. And then my boxes, I'm going to pull over my colorful boxes because I need to find a green box. that I can put over here. This one actually I'm gonna write in here. This one I need a green box for. So these smaller boxes, it matches this better, but that's a really small area to write in. So I pulled these other green boxes that are not that big, but they do match more closely that heart. Okay. I won't get to the front cover today, that much I know. But the back, let me just check quickly the back here. Because, so here's what I was gonna do. Oop. So this was gonna go here. And so this was their very first photo. I was gonna put that there. And then this is a newer photo of the two of them. It's just two of them doing what they do. So I think I was gonna do that like that. I know for sure for this one, I am going to use the decorative punch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let's see. Having done the edging, I think, without a doubt, this is going to go in the center. So I'm going to tack that down now. So I'm going to get my tape. Okay. So this picture is going to go, I'm going to move this one, this page. This one's going to go right in the center. All right, so now the easy part, I actually think I want to make, I don't know that I can make this match, or I got to cut off. Yeah, this one came out pretty dark, but it'll have to work for now. So I think that's how I'm going to orient them. So again, the nice thing about the zinc is you can just pull it off. So I have now, so we've got the inside. My cover I have to wait on. And the journaling aspect of it, I have to decide how I want to journal. So here's what I'm going to have to do. Sometimes I have to just always take a step back and ponder how I want to move forward. So I'm going to stop for now. This will be my cover once I decide. I have an idea, but I think I want to ponder it a little bit more. And then this is the inner pages where I will add in, I always add in, which I may need to put another box in there or put it on the picture somewhere. I always label, if I have it, the date of the photo. And then I'll do some journaling with gel in the box here, this area here. This may not get a journal to it other than I have something I want to put here. And then this one will have a journal to it in the gel pen. And then this one probably will also have just a quote to it. I don't know, I may throw a sticker or two more on there, but I don't know that that's going to be definite yet. So that's the inside pages. And then it'll flip over, it'll have the back page, which I do have a plan to do something here. I definitely want to label this picture, that was their first picture. And then again, I'll label the date of this, but I don't know that this one will have too much journaling. If I do journal, it's going to be something this way and then something this way to kind of balance my page out. It's just that I like balance in my page. So then when it is finished, it'll go in my creative journal. Once it's filtered out of my creative journal, it'll go into my pet pages. I do not have them all worked out yet. So this was the original main page for each pet would have a main page, and then inside pages, this is where this page will eventually reside. These will reside in here. But again, for now, they'll go into my creative journal for the year 2023, and then I'll filter them out. So for now, I think that's all I'm going to do on the recorded video, as I will have to edit out a lot. There was a lot of stops and starts. And then I will also, as I always do, show a finished photo at the end of the video. And then it'll go in my creative journal for the month of June. And it's an unfortunate page to have to make because, again, I lost the pet in the process. But these are some really great photos that, as you know, if you have a black cat, it depends on the lighting. It's really hard to get them in good lighting. It's just the shading. So, like, for example, this with a dark background and a dark colored cat, it just would have not popped very well. So these all came out very well, and I'm so happy I have them to look back upon, and that my daughter will have them eventually at some point. So that is all for this page for right now. I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create a beautiful life, one plan at a time or one pet page at a time. Thank you for watching.